it's time to say goodbye.
Fine.
After last season, I felt like blowing things up, mostly due to several unhappy players driving me insane, but the side needed a retooling. Despite having our problems, it'll be sad to see Florian Wirtz leave, but 100 million is a lot. I feel the same with Paulinho, but I have to do what's best for the team. Our wingbacks who got into Team of the Year? Gone. Our captain Palacios? See ya, shorty. Speaking of shorties, Langarzo's 2 jumping reach hopped over to Leipzig. Adeyemi. Well, he surprisingly stayed, and he became a solid inverted winger for us. I also sold Esposito to Rennes and the Ghanaian Fatavu to Atletico Madrid. With other exits involving money and loans, we ended up racking over 300 million. So, who did we bring in? To replace the wingbacks, I brought in Luca Netz from Gladbach and Tino Livramento from Southampton. Nicolas Dominguez came to fill in Palacios' boots, however, despite him wanting first team minutes, Ronaldo Pinzon would feature more than him. Striker-wise, I wanted to bring 2 in. Fergil was going to be one of those guys. I wanted him last season. Unfortunately, he signed a new contract with Real Madrid during negotiations, so that wasn't possible. Thankfully, he was more willing to join this season, and he would become our top goal scorer despite starting the season off the bench. Next. This 18-year-old new gen from Hoffenheim named Karg was someone I wanted to sign as a winger, but I soon realized that he was a better striker than Adeyemi. We finally got a goalkeeper.
It's about damn time.
I spent 55 million on Onana, who was still at Ajax. The general feeling was that he would fill in the Bundesliga matches, and Andre Gomes would cover the cup competitions. What could go wrong? The Bundesliga began, and it started with a great victory over Freiburg. They were a Champions League team, so I thought that this had to be the season. Not exactly what I wanted before Bayern.
Lewandowski goes for it again. Oh, he just can't do it. You just cannot be that good!
Gomes was not supposed to be playing. Bayern were dominating, but a click of a button changed that. Karg would equalize, and Bayern didn't threaten us for the rest of the match as we left with a point. The bad thing was that our position in the standings wasn't ideal, and draws against Hamburg and Dortmund soon after weren't great. At least we weren't losing, and despite draws with Hoffenheim and Hertha Berlin later on, we were just 6 points behind Bayern halfway through the season. Now, I was interested in how Florian Wirtz was doing. With a big money move to PSG, he's got to be the star player, and while that's what his contract says, beside it, had the loan circle.
Good.
For some reason, PSG made him available on loan because I guess they couldn't match his star player game time demands. I thought, wouldn't it be funny to get 100 million for a player and then 6 months later, get him back on loan? So I did exactly that, and Florian Wirtz returned to the club in January. Before that, the Champions League group stage, for once, wasn't too challenging. Somehow, Oostende won the Belgian Pro League, and we luckily got them in the group with Monaco and Fenerbahce. It went perfectly with 6 wins, and I was looking forward to a simple round of 16 matchup. Oh.
Ollie's at the wheel, man. He's doing it. He's doing his thing. Man United are back.
Oh, let's go. Leading into January, despite the return of Wirtz causing celebrations in the streets of Leverkusen, internally, some players were starting to get unhappy. Over the season, I kept hovering over their morale and noticing that their playing time status was concerned. Andre Gomes expected to play every game, and I played him in the Champions League and accidentally in some league games. That led to Onana getting less game time than expected, and he became unhappy. Andre Gomes also became unhappy. Zabarny, Tapsoba, and Gvardiol all deserved to start, but I was sticking with our original formation. While there were matches where I played all 3 of them at the same time with Gvardiol at left back, shout out Luca Netz for being cool with riding the pine at times, eventually all 3 of them became unhappy. Although Zabarny and Tapsoba's accelerated because I rejected Manchester United's offer. Is Ole trying to destabilize our squad before a Champions League match?
Couldn't care less.
Linus Gector was also unhappy. Cosona was listed as a squad player, but he wanted more game time. I tried to change his squad status to emergency backup as it allowed that without the warning, but he became unhappy. How did the conversations go? Yeah, after promising game time to Onana and him responding with me breaking promises, I didn't want to deal with it, so I declined all the conversations. Now they eventually became happy as the season went on. Gector and Andre Gomes just stayed unhappy. With it being 2027, in January, both Tapsoba and Cosona were at AFCON. Having Bayern later in the month wasn't ideal, so I had to start some unhappy players, but at least our fullbacks are pretty happy. Oh, come on. Also, on the eve of the match, they offered for Adeyemi, which I'm sure was coincidental. However, it was the return of Wirtz. Okay, we take advantage there. Wirtz? Florian Wirtz! His return to Bayer Leverkusen, his first start since he left. He scores against Bayern Munich within 10 minutes. Bayern ruined the fun with a 38-year-old Lewandowski still dominating world football. Mbappe also decided to actually step up in the Bundesliga and had his best season. Another thing, before the game, I highlighted that they signed this German center back. In the summer, I passed on him because he was a mercenary, and he later eventually became a fickle person. If I had him in my squad, I feel like at one point he would just piss me off. Instead, he annoyed me in this match. Piss off!
Why are you mad, bro?
We were playing so well, even hitting the post right before that goal. And in the second half, Gil once again hit the post, and Bayern ended up getting away with a win. Soon after, we drew Hamburg and lost in the 120th minute to Dortmund in the DFB Pokal. A rematch in the league occurred 3 days later and resulted in a draw. Right after, we drew Mainz and Leipzig, which by the end of the season had us with 10 draws.
Man's not hot!
We had the same amount of losses as Bayern, but I really need to cut down those draws and actually beat Bayern. For Manchester United, I decided to go with speed. United had a fairly quick lineup of their own. Oh, Ansu Fati in behind. He is. However, they had Harry Maguire.
An absolute disgrace to the club.
Despite them causing some issues, a few tactical tweaks and a Spanish song led to good vibes. Pass? Something? Yes? Goal! Let's go! I think we have better. And Gil, oh my gosh, fair Gil! There's something Leverkusen wants you to know. The best in the world is fair Gil. It doesn't work. Si, senor. Leverkusen has come and scored a goal. Adeyemi does have the ball now. Gil! Si, senor. He comes from Madrid and he just scored. Si, senor. We have defeated Manchester United away from home. An incredible victory at Old Trafford was unexpected, but I was here for it. I made sure to copy those tactical tweaks into the second leg, and I was confident. With United making a few changes to their lineup, could Ole fix their first leg embarrassment? Corner kick for us. Yeah! Ronaldo. Sí! Gil to Clark. Let's go. And there we go. Leverkusen has advanced to the Champions League quarterfinals over Manchester United. Now, the quarterfinal draw. There are teams I would like to avoid, like Liverpool and Bayern. There are teams that I wanted to beat, like Inter, PSG, and Arsenal. Real Madrid has been dominant in La Liga, but relatively unknown to me. There was also Porto. Everyone wanted Porto. Of course. Fergil was also injured and missed the first leg at Anfield. That stadium has not been kind to us in the save, but we had an incredible start. Karg? Let's go! Adeyemi! First minute away at Liverpool. You could say it was a dream start, but like most dreams, there's always some Portuguese guy there to ruin it. Just me? That decision rattled us, and we got destroyed. The cherry on top was the own goal by Zabarni to make it 4-1 at halftime. I wanted to do some damage control, but I had to go for it and try to score a second. Thankfully, we got that from Demir, and we nearly made it 4-3, but alas, a 2-goal deficit was facing us, heading back to the Bay Arena. I benched Andre Gomes, Zabarni, and Livramento for their poor performances, although Tino got subbed in pretty early. Gil was back, but nothing happened for us in the first half. Liverpool, on the other hand, scored an offside goal and smashed the post. I decided to switch to a 4-2-2 to have more width, and realizing that we needed to make more risks. Our left back Luka Netz broke his arm not too long ago, and despite him struggling, he stayed on. Chances were starting to come, and then out of nowhere, Onana saw something no one else did. Oh, it's over the top, Gil, the man from Spain. Goal! Fergil gets one back. Let's go! As time went on, we still needed one goal to send it to extra time. A chance came in the 83rd minute, but Allison made a big save on Gil, who definitely wasn't supposed to be still playing. Then I spent ages on tactical changes. Wingbacks went up, I sent the goalkeeper up for corners and free kicks. Everyone was on attack, demanding more from the team. Of course, I had to bring on the big game player himself, Florian Wirtz. We then had a corner. Corner kick, Olmo whips it. Off the crossbar! Don't worry, there's another one. Oh, another corner. Olmo, Tapsoba, Nets still got some energy left. Wirtz looking for someone, to Adeyemi, to Livramento, blocked, oh my gosh. And another one. It's cleared this time. To Wirtz! That looked like it was on. Please. Yeah! We were heading to extra time, and I decided to lower the intensity and bring the goalkeeper back because he wasn't needed for corners. Maybe I should have kept most of those changes, as Liverpool scored early in extra time with Luka Jovic. Despite reverting back to this all-out offense, it didn't work out, and Liverpool held on. They would go on to win the Champions League once again, and we were left with the question of, what if?